admin processes section of the 12-factor app. So run admin management tasks as one-off processes. To summarize, the admin process section is recommending running admin management tasks as one-off processes. The process formation is the array of processes that are used to do the app's regular business, such as handling web requests as it runs. So the process formation is the array of processes that are used to do the app's regular business, such as handling web requests as it runs. Separately, developers will often wish to do one-off administrative or maintenance tasks for the app, such as running database migrations. A database migration is typically a one-off process. Running a console to run arbitrary code or inspect the app's models against the live database. Most languages provide a REPL by running the interpreter without any arguments, or in some cases have a separate command. So the other time we run one-off processes is to check the app's model. So to make sure everything that's deployed out there is looking good. So we could run a small script to make sure everything is good. Running one-time scripts committed to the app's repo. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes if you have to fix a one-time data correction, that can be a one-off execution also. And these all fall into admin processes. One-off admin processes should be run in an identical environment as the regular long-running process of the app. So one-off admin processes, we should run them. Obviously, we want to run them in an environment as the long-running processes of the app. So they should be running in the same environment so that we know exactly how it will end up behaving when it's run. Let's say we have to run it in a similar environment on the dev environment. So we will know that the behavior will be the same when we run it in the production environment also. They run against a release using the same code base and config as any process run against that release. Admin code must ship with the application code to avoid synchronization issues. So the admin code, whatever code that we will be using to run one-off administrative scripts and maintenance scripts, they should be shipped as part of the main application itself. The same dependency isolation techniques should be used on all process types. Again, we should use the same dependency isolation techniques. So that means we should not, so if a maintenance task or an administrative task, an administrative process has to be run, it cannot be expected to have something outside its boundary. So like you can't expect the admin process to use something at system level. So whatever dependencies the admin process uses, it should be local to the application. It should be a dependency local to the application itself. For example, if the Ruby web process uses command bundle exec thin start, then a database migration should use bundle exec rake db migrate. So they gave a couple of examples here. So both of them are using bundle exec. Likewise, a Python program using virtual env should use vendored bin Python for running both the Tornado web server and manage PyAdmin processes. So there are two examples of how dependency isolation, what kind of techniques we need to use for dependency isolation. So 12-factor strongly favors languages which provide a REPL shell out of the box and which make it easy to run one-off scripts. I'm mainly focused on Node. Node provides a pretty good REPL shell out of the box. In a local deploy, developers invoke one-off admin processes by direct shell command inside the app's checkout directory. So in a local deploy, that means a developer's desktop, we should be able to run the admin, one-off admin processes to test if the admin process is working properly or not inside the app's folder itself. So let's say we git cloned a folder called hello world. We will be running the one-off admin process inside the hello world folder. In a production deploy, developers can use SSH or other remote command execution mechanisms provided by the deploy's execution environment to run such a process. In a production deploy, obviously, it will most probably installed in a cloud environment. So in that case, to get access to that particular server, so we'll have to SSH to get access to the shell environment on production. And then once we get access to the shell, SSH shell, once we SSH into a shell environment on the production environment, we should be able to run the one-off admin process from a terminal on the production environment. So at a high level, admin process for admin processes, so admin processes and management tasks should be we should be running them as one-off processes. The examples of admin or management tasks are database migrations, running a one-time script to see to fix, let's say, bad records in the database, or running a one-time script to validate what is deployed out there. They all fall under one-time admin or maintenance tasks. So these one-time admin processes should be shipped as part of the code itself. They should be part of the main code base itself. And they should use the dependency isolation. That means they should be running inside the developers folder. And all the dependencies should be included as part of the app itself. And 12-factor apps favor languages that provide REPL, so it's easier to test when it comes to a local environment. The user can go to the shell or command prompt and run the one-time admin processes from within the folder, within the app folder itself. And when it comes to running these admin processes on production, a user can SSH into a terminal on the production server, and then run the one-off admin or management tasks on the production server also. At a high level, that's the summary of admin processes. I don't think there are any more sections available to go over. This is the last video of the 12-factor app. If you have any comments, please post them. Otherwise, thank you very much.